reason why I look forward to Halloween is because of the sneaker drops. Every year, Nike always release some really good Halloween themed sneakers. I feel like of all the events during the year, Halloween is one of those times where Nike put in a lot of effort. And this year is not only Nike, Adidas and New Balance have also joined the Halloween sneaker party. They are also going to be releasing some Halloween sneakers as well. So I've been super excited because usually it's just Nike, but now we've got some other brands that have joined, which I'm really looking forward to. Today's video, we are going to be taking a look at all those upcoming sneaker releases. They're expected to drop on Halloween or around Halloween, which is of course the 31st of October. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Olivia and I've got a lot of sneaker related content. If you do want to keep up with my videos, make sure you are subscribed. I'm gonna kick off with the trusted Nike. So we do have an Air Force One. Every year in the most recent years, they have released an Air Force One. One of my all-time favorite Halloween shoes was definitely the Nike Air Force One Halloween, the skeleton. They did glow in the dark and they looked so sick. But you know what's weird? I have never seen a single person in real life wear these. So I know they sold out on some platforms. So what are people doing with them? I mean, I know they are a little bit crazy. So maybe some people bought them and just kept them, you know, in the shoebox and never wore them out. But anyway, this year we have another Air Force One. So this is the Air Force One Halloween 2023. So as you can see, it's primarily a black Air Force One, but we do have tumbled leather, kind of imitating snake skin, and obviously that is very spooky. It does also have wax black laces, and it also has this metal scary jack-o'-lantern debris, which actually looks very terrifying. Tongue tag is actually also a little bit different. As you can see, it does have the Nike logo, but it's in a more of a kind of scary font than the normal standard Nike logo. Inside, I do have this grey sock lining. Now the insoles on these are very interesting. I feel like they are just doing a lot compared to the rest of the shoe. So as you can see, we have a very scary pumpkin in the midst of some kind of woods. These pumpkins, why are they so scary? I mean, I know it's Halloween, but now, probably one of my favorite parts of this shoe is actually the sole. So we do have a black midsole to, of course, match the upper. But on the outsole, we do have a neon green rubber outsole. And I think it's probably going to be a glow in the dark as well. Most of their shoes, Nike love doing a glow in the dark shoe. Other than that, I think, you know, the shoe's not very spooky. Apart from the little metal debris, I think when you instantly look at them, they don't instantly give off kind of Halloween vibes. They kind of just look like a standard black Air Force One with, of course, different material. Personally, for me, I'm not a huge fan of black Air Force Ones in general, even the normal standard pair. So for these are definitely going to be a miss for me. Obviously, these haven't come out yet and I haven't seen any pictures, but apparently I have seen they are going to come out in a limited edition box. Now, I absolutely love boxing when it is limited edition and when it's kind of different to your norm. So I would be really interested in picking these up just to see the box. Nike have then copied this design onto a Nike Dunk Mid. So it literally looks exactly the same. You have that textured material. You do have the neon green sole. You also have the embroidery in grey. The only thing that I couldn't see on this Nike Dunk Mid is the debris, which makes sense because obviously Air Force Ones always come with one and Nike Dunk Mids do not. I don't know why they chose the Nike Dunk Low Mid as a silhouette. Usually they go with very popular silhouettes, of course, like the Air Force One. They have released a lot of normal Nike Dunk Lows as well before. But a Nike Dunk Low Mid, I haven't seen them do this. And to be honest with you, I do not vibe with a mid. It doesn't matter what silhouette it is. I just think it's such an awkward height. So I don't know why they went with this one, which is interesting. But maybe there are some people out there which will absolutely love a Nike Dunk Low Mid. Especially in this design, it is different. It will be a bit more, you know, exclusive, limited edition. Other than that, I can't see any differences between this and the Air Force One in terms of the design of it. Next, we have a very contrasting silhouette. So we have the Nike SB Dunk, and this is called Sweet Tooth. This is completely different. This is colorful, this is bright. Almost at first, again, it does not look like a Halloween shoe whatsoever. But when we have a look a little bit more, kind of the design behind this, it does make sense. So this is obviously called Sweet Tooth. It is supposed to represent a candy corn. I actually had to Google what a candy corn is because I have never heard of that in my life. And apparently it's American sweet. So any of my American watchers pictures, you'll probably resonate what that is. So I had to Google it, and this candy corn sweet literally looks exactly the same as the shoe. So I can see what is going on. It's even got the gradient, which is exactly the exact same colors, everything like that. And candy corn is a sweet, I'm guessing that, you know, they'll give out on Halloween. But then we'll have a closer look into some of these details of this Nike SB Dunk. And they've done quite a few clever things with it that I didn't instantly recognize when I first saw it. One of the features that I was quite, I guess I'll use the word surprised by, was there is actually teeth indent marks on the toe box. So as if someone has bitten the shoe, because obviously it is a sweet. I thought the idea of that is really, really clever, but then I thought, you know, it's a bit strange that there is teeth marks on the toe box. You don't need to really worry about creases because you've already got indents on the toe box. Also carrying on with that sweet tooth vibe, if you open up the flaps of the Nike Dunk, so if you don't lace the flaps up, they actually have warning signs, which is quite a crazy design. There's a lot going on in this shoe. And then also on the tongue tag, you will see that there is a kind of drawing of a knocked out tooth as well. So another thing I do really appreciate about this shoe is that they come with 3 pairs of laces. So you have an orange pair, you have a white pair, and you have a black pair. And I really like that all those colors you can actually see on the shoe. You know, sometimes when you get a shoe and they give you like a contrasting color that is not on the shoe. The insole is just full of candy corn. Literally the whole thing is candy corn. Again, a bit wacky, but you know, we'll take it. Moving on to the midsole. The midsole and the sole are very, very plain, which I think goes nicely with the wackiness of the rest of the shoe. So we just have a plain white midsole, and then we just have a black sole as well. Definitely some standout sneakers, and I feel like these are gonna be very much love it or hate it. Lastly, from Nike, these have already actually released, but we do have the Nike JA1. This is an NBA basketball shoe designed with an NBA player. So as you can see, these are neon green for a start. So these again are definitely a standout pair, but I always think kind of sports shoes, they look better when they are these kind of colors. These are made up of synthetic leather and mesh, as you can see, and apparently these glow in the dark. Again, absolutely love that. The swoosh is actually kind of a darker shade, almost a swampier kind of shade, and you can see that it's got the zombie hands sticking out of it as well, which I feel like is a nice kind of subtle look. It's not too much in your face and kind of goes in with that whole green theme. The NBA player, he's got his signature logo, and this has obviously been distorted to look like werewolves, vampires. We have the 12, and it's stitched in red to obviously represent kind of blood. As for the soles, they're not too crazy. We have a long-lasting gum midsole, and then we do have a lime sole unit at the bottom. Adidas this year have really upped their Halloween sneaker game. I was really surprised when I saw the releases because I wasn't expecting them to come with this much effort. So we're going to take a look at the first one, which is the Forum Mod Low, which is a really popular silhouette. And as I said, it's a very, very clever idea when they take already popular silhouettes and then do a Halloween spin off it. People are more likely to buy it when they're familiar with the silhouette. So for the upper on this, we have a loose threaded light brown canvas. So it's very much giving that scarecrow kind of vibe. Also, you will see there are different materials on it as well. We have some suede here, and again, we have some mesh. It is very much giving patchwork kind of vibe, but I absolutely love that. Even if this wasn't Halloween kind of themed, I think I would actually buy a sneaker that has these kind of materials. I'm all for it. And then you will see that we have this kind of very thick black stitching going across the different materials, again going off that patchwork kind of vibe, joining it together. They have done a spin-off on the 3 stripes. As you can see, they've used the kind of mesh material layered over some of the canvas material. We have a badge here that's sitting on the lateral strap, and as you can see, one of its eyes is actually a button, which is a pretty clever idea of how to attach it onto the actual sneaker. This jack-o'-lantern does actually have a scarecrow hat on it, which is so funny, and it has a little Adidas logo on the scarecrow hat, which is actually kind of cute. They have incorporated the orange color. As you can see towards the back, we have this kind of orange bumper, sock liner, we've got orange, and also an orange heel tab, which actually goes very nicely with the color brown. Those kind of colors complement complement each other. If we look towards the tongue, it almost kind of goes onto the toe box in this creamy leather, which is a beautiful color, again going really nicely with the brown and the orange. And then at the top you will see that we have an orange kind of tongue tag, I guess, with the Adidas logo, and again it's kind of stitched on, patchworked on. What I love about the Adidas Forum has definitely got to be the laces. We have some nice thick white laces. To finish off the sneaker, we have a cream midsole, we've got an orange accent then, and then it looks like we've got a brown sole. As for the midsole and sole, it is quite simple. A lot of these shoes, they have quite a simple sole, and then the upper is a little bit more crazy. What I really like about these is that they don't scream kind of scary Halloween. I can understand the Halloween kind of theme behind it, but they also just look like sneakers that I could probably wear. I think if you took away the badge, I think you'd get away with wearing these as just normal kind of standard everyday sneakers. Next, I was really excited to see this shoe because I'm a huge fan of kind of skater vibes. So they actually reintroduced the silhouette back in 2022. It is the Adidas Matic sneaker. As you can see, it is a very kind of skateboard inspired sneaker, very, very chunky. They have obviously refreshed it to give off a Halloween vibe. So if we take a look at the upper, we have a black upper, looks like it's a nubuck material, and we also have white stitching as well. Towards the back of it, we can see that we've got some spider webs embossed on. Again, I like the spider webs vibe. I think I prefer that more than the kind of scary jack-o'-lantern vibes. I think that's a little bit more cool. If we take a look at the midsole towards the front, and we do also have it of a portion around the back, you will see that we have these orange triangle designs. I'm guessing this is to represent kind of teeth, which does actually look a little bit frightening, but I absolutely love that is in orange. I think that contrasts so nicely with the black. Now, what I absolutely love about skateboarding kind of shoes is that the laces are always usually really good. So that is no exception here. And we have 3 different types of laces. So we have a flat lace and a rope lace, both of those in white. And then we have this white and orange lace as well. So it's really, really thick and chunky. Those laces, I'm not sure how they're fitting into those holes. They must be quite thin, but that is definitely giving off a vibe that I am definitely here for. If we move on to the tongue, you see that we have, it looks like a very padded tongue. We have an Adidas logo there, which doesn't look, you know, too spooky. No kind of Halloween design on there. If we do again take a look around to the back, it does look like a padded collar. Again, that skateboarding kind of shoe. To finish it off, we do have an orange outsole, and this looks like a spider web, which is pretty cool. Now, the best thing about this shoe is, let me show you this picture. So glowing in the dark, look how insane those teeth look at the front. They look so cool, and the spider web as well. I would love to get in the hand just to see that, just to see them glow in the dark, because they look so sick. As for them kind of in the normal daylight, I'm not sure if I would actually wear them because of the design. I feel like they are a very kind of out there design with the teeth. I think it is the orange triangles. All the sneakers that I've had a look at, these are definitely probably going to be the most comfortable. But again, I feel like for Halloween sneakers, you're not actually looking for the most comfortable. You're looking for the coolest ones. Lastly, we have a kind of more sporty shoe. Again, just kind of how Nike did their last basketball shoe. So we have the Harden Volume 7. However, these again have been designed differently to incorporate the Halloween features. And the Halloween features on this are pretty cool. So ultimately, color wise, we have some oranges, black, white and gray. On the forefront of this one, we actually have a skeleton imprint of a skeleton's foot, which I'm assuming will probably glow in the dark as well, which is pretty cool. Again, it's pretty cool, but would I wear it on a day-to-day basis? No. But the whole point of this, I guess, is that these are Halloween themed. They're not an everyday kind of shoe. In terms of the lateral size, it looks like we just have a standard white material. There's no kind of Halloween design there. But if we spin around to the back, we have a jack-o'-lantern, and we also have the green heel tab as well, obviously to represent the stork. This again is glowing in the dark, and with the Adidas logo, the 3 stripes at the bottom as well. That looks pretty sick in the dark. Again, this is a basketball shoe, so it might just have a more kind of specific targeted audience for this. Then next we have a New Balance edition, which I was really excited for because I just was not expecting a New Balance Halloween themed sneaker. So here we have the New Balance 417 Halloween. As As you can see from the get-go, along with similar with some of the kind of other shoes, it does not look Halloween themed whatsoever, because ultimately it is kind of just a black 417 sneaker. They did team up with Frankie Villani for this sneaker, so it does have that kind of skateboarder vibe about it. As for the actual materials on it, we have black canvas and we also have suede as well, so really nice materials. You will see as well that we do have orange accents, again going with that Halloween orange vibe. For the actual end logo, you will see that we have the fuzzy material in orange, and then we do also have the yellow embroidery stitched around it. In terms of the tongue tag, you do have the New Balance logo and the Frankie Villani logo 417. As I said, it does look like a kind of normal New Balance 417 sneaker, but if we turn around to the back, this is where the Halloween party is starting. So as you can see, we have a very, very scary embroidery sketching of a jack-o'-lantern, its face. And then we do have the New Balance logo above, which I have not seen before, not in this kind of way, and a hashtag, which again is in kind of a scary font as well to match. I love that, you know, it looks nice and chill from the front, and then you turn around and that is where it is. And then you do also have some more Halloween details. So if we do take a look at the insoles, you will see that we have the Frankie Villani logo again with the jack-o'-lantern. It's still quite a simple logo in terms of you do just have a black insole, but you do have that design there at the bottom. Here is a black rubber midsole, and then you do have at the bottom a semi-translucent clear rubber outsole. And if you take a look, you have another grinning jack-o'-lantern. That is probably definitely hands down one of the best soles out of this whole video. At the moment, that is the only Halloween New Balance release that I have seen. I would love it if in the future they could release a lot more. Again, the 417 is kind of a mid shoe for me, so personally for me, it's not something that I would probably wear. That is all the upcoming Halloween sneaker releases that we have so far. I definitely think Adidas are taking the lead this year, which is so disappointing from Nike, because usually they are bringing the heat, but I definitely think the Adidas Forum Mod Low pair is definitely my favorite. Let me know what you guys think about this year's upcoming Halloween releases, and are any of you guys going to be picking up any of them? Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to stay updated with all my latest videos. I hope you guys have a blessed week, and I'll see you in my next one.